Hey beekeepers, it's time for another unboxing. I've got two boxes here on the hood of the Beak Jeep that an Amazon seller sent to me. So let's go ahead and open them up and see what's inside. I wonder what it is. Okie dokie, let's go with the big box first. Let's see what we got. Looks like we got a couple of Boardman feeders, entrance feeders. 1 and 2. I like that. So check that out. The sides are wood and then they've got sheet metal formed over it, stapled in place all the way around, and it comes with a feeder jar already perforated for feeding. Come on. There we go. And so this is a regular mouth lid. It'll fit just about any regular mouth jar, of course, and you can use it on this. Now these are wider than the ones that I use. This wouldn't fit in the back of my special made bottom boards, but that's not a big deal. These will fit any traditional hive entrance. So you've got this first lip here if you've got a more shallow entrance, and you've got a second a little bit higher if you've got a wider entrance. So it's kind of dual purpose there, takes care of both situations, and it's heavy duty. I think this would last for some time, especially if you keep it out of the weather in the off season when you're not feeding your bees. All right, now on to the smaller box. Now, when we look at this stuff, I also want to just not tell you just what it's for, but to kind of give you my opinion and a review about it. First thing we got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 queen clips. And I don't use these a lot, but from the ones I've seen and you know that my students have used, these look like jumbo size, so like a little bit bigger. They've got huge wing clips, so like that's, you know, real easy motion to do. Looking at the gap here, a queen's not likely to get through that. And definitely not these either, as these are about the same size as the things on a queen excluder. So this should hold her pretty well. And it comes with 5 of them. Now I gotta say, like, this is definitely a temporary method of holding a queen. If you're introducing a queen, I highly recommend a queen cage instead, because this is not something you'll be able to hang down in between the frames and then put a lid or a box on top, because these clips are sticking up. So although this would fit between 2 frames, this will not fit above with anything going on top of it. But they're great if you need a temporary catch of a queen, keep her separate, safe, whatever reason you got going on. These are excellent for that. Let's see what else we got. Something in a box, a queen marking cage, 2 in 1, okay. Let's see what the 2 are. Oh yeah, so I've got one of these myself. This is a good kind of cage to use, because with this sliding system here, you've got another queen excluder function right here on top. You can put this down, even lower the plunger, capture your queen inside, put the plunger up, making sure, of course, the queen is clear of this so that you don't pinch any legs or wings or any other body parts. And then you can slowly move her up to where she's just pinned against the underside of this and this sponge, so that you can mark her through these slots. And here's that's really soft, so you're not likely to hurt her, especially if you take your time pushing this up. When it comes to marking queens anyways, it's not something to rush through. That's a good one though. I've used the single plungers and almost damaged the queens because of how fast I moved, but this is a good tool for beginners and anybody at any level. And of course it wouldn't be complete without some queen marking markers. And we've got not just 5. Let's see, I'm going to put out the normal colors. Yellow, white. So these are the normal colors that you cycle through when you mark queens that represent the years. These three are extra. I'm not sure what their goal was in providing these, but there's no rule saying you've got to mark your queens this color. If I was to use these extra ones, it would be for swarms, since I don't know how old that queen is, if she's a last year queen or a new this year queen. I would mark her in one of these colors to indicate simply that she was the queen that came with a swarm that I caught. And so these are a different brand than I've ever seen before. Marker, fluorescent, and something on here is written in Chinese. So that's likely something I can't read. And of course you got to prime these. You shake them, there's a shaker ball inside. And when you take this off, all the tips are unprimed. You got to push it down onto a surface and wait till the ink bleeds into the tip. Now this tip is different. We've got a tapered tip there, and most queen markers come to a single soft point. So this could be good by using that top sharper point as a more fine, precise mark on a queen. I can see that working. But that's quite a bit in one little kit, and I've got the link for these things down in the description below on this video. It's always nice to get something new to play with our bees and to test out, improve our game, and just to have fun with. Now, these I recommend because they're heavy duty, they're sturdy. Queen clips, if you're the kind of person that for some reason needs to ever temporarily cage a queen, great. Have a couple and put them in several different places so that in case you lose one, you still got others that you can find. I've never needed to use queen clips personally. I prefer cages over clips. Markers, I haven't used these in particular, this brand. I've always used the more common one, which the name escapes me at the moment. So I can't verify as to its quality. However, you know, it's ink. It's gonna go on a queen, it's gonna dry. How complicated do you have to get? So anyways, thank you for joining me for this unboxing. And remember, you can find these things in the link below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hive Doctor out.